scraped the bottom of the barrel, just enough to make one loaf. She held her little boy and wondered if tomorrow still held hope. Then a prophet softly asked her, "For the Lord would you prepare?" She gave the last that she was holding and found God already there. A little boy stood in the crowd that day, with his lunch wrapped up in cloth, 5 small loaves and 2 little fishes. Hardly anything at all. The disciples saw a problem. Jesus saw what faith could bring. Little is a mighty offering when surrendered to the King of Kings. The miracle begins with open hands. Faith isn't holding on, it's trusting the great I am. What I cannot multiply, my Savior always can. The miracle begins with open hands. You can't lose what you trust to Him. Love always gives and faith always wins. The safest place for everything I am is in His hands. How many times have I been frightened, counting what was left for me, holding on with white-knuckled fingers, not to let what I had go free. Every blessing, every heartbeat, every dream I've ever planned was only mine for just a season, till I placed it in His hands. The miracle begins with open hands. Faith isn't holding on, it's trusting who He is. What I cannot multiply, my Savior always can. The miracle begins with open hands. You can't lose what you trust to Him. Mercy flows when we let Him in. The safest place for everything I love is in His hands. Abraham climbed a lonely mountain, Isaac walked right by his side. The father asked, he didn't waver. Love was stronger than his pride. The widow poured her final handful. The little boy released his meal. No one knew the father's abundance until they chose to yield. The miracle begins with open hands, not because of what I bring, but whose I am. You still make rivers from desert sand. You still fill baskets with heaven's bread. So here's my future, here's my future, here's my family, my family. Here's every burden too great for me. Here's every dream I cannot understand, because the safest place for everything I love has always been your hands, your hands. I'll never fear letting go